All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, the most delectable Chupacabra man, and today we're going to go on a shipwrecked adventure somewhere on the high seas. We are going to be playing the game called Raft, which is free, at least free for right now, which is in ongoing development up on itch.io. And Raft is a game that's very similar, yet oddly completely different than most other survival simulator games, where instead of being shipwrecked and then washing up on a random island in the middle of nowhere, we are on a floating raft, hence the name Raft, and we have to fish items out of the ocean in order to expand our raft, build a home, and try not to die to the ravenous hunger that we have because we are a growing, murdery boy. Or the ravenous hunger of the shark that is endlessly patrolling around our island. You'd think old Chompy over there would get bored after a while, but no such luck. So Raft is created by three individuals, Semi Paraleon, who is the programmer, Ellen Melikar, who is one of the artists, and Andre Bankston, who is the other artist. So, without further ado, let's jump in here and create a Chupacabra world and start doing the stuff with the things. So basically, this is the world that we live in. There's an ocean, there's this lovely raft. You can actually improve the quality of the ocean pretty substantially, but for some reason, the FPS in this game just is not the best. So I've got it turned down so that the game doesn't suddenly chug. That's kind of a hallmark of games in alpha, is that they're a little unoptimized. So our basic goal right now is we're just trying to hook whatever we can off the sides of our boat with this grappling hook of some variety, and then use these materials to craft all sorts of survival gear that we need to stay alive on this raft. Because I don't know if you've ever been marooned on a raft before, but it's not like Robinson Crusoe. Like, I put in for a monkey butler like a month ago, and I still have yet to receive my monkey butler. So I've had to do things like cook my own food and make my own clothes out of, coconuts and shame for months without any assistance. Like, I don't know if it's like a seeing eye dog, but it certainly is taking a lot longer than I was promised. So basically, the whole thing is we just gotta stay on this platform, because if we fall off of it, the shark will try to eat us, which we obviously don't really want to have happen. And if the shark destroys all of our raft, then obviously the shark will get us anyway. All these things we wish to avoid if we want to stay alive. We also need to procure different methods of getting food, cooking food, purifying water, and also healing ourselves in the event that we fall in the water, and then old Chompy over there decides to have a little bit of a nibble. He's an oddly peckish boy, Mr. Chompy, but, at least unlike that other movie with that tiger on that boat with that one kid, that one Indian kid, at least I don't have to worry about having to constantly feed my inner demon in the form of a giant Siberian tiger that was spent most of its life in India. So, yeah, that's basically the name of the game. And one of the first things I want to do is I'm really going to want to build a spear with some rope, which we make out of plant fibers, because pretty quick here, that shark is going to get really bitey and try to destroy our raft. And our raft is literally our only lifeline here, so I would just assume if he didn't do that. Now we also pretty quickly here need to start working on some water, or getting some water, because the 1 meter that just chugs down the fastest is your water. So it's water, it's hunger, and then it's health, but so far, unless you dive into the water, I have not found much that is going to actually harm you in any meaningful way. Like, I haven't gotten food poisoning, haven't gotten, the sun madness from being out in the sun too long without shade, where you start to get really badly sunburned and your whole body gets chapped like the worst chapped lips you've ever seen. So let's see, what do I want for water? We've got this water purifier, which is essentially just a tin can that we purify stuff in. And we're also going to need to craft an actual tin can. Otherwise, we won't be able to collect water to then purify. So like a lot of games, it's got its own sort of crafting system with its own sort of hiccups and specifics that you gotta worry about. Oh, hell yes, we got a bunch of scrap all of a sudden. I'll take some of that, sir. Yeah, scrap is one of those things that's extremely rare, no matter how many that actually end up spawning. You need it for pretty much everything, and you tend to need quite a bit of it. And the only way to get it is if it floats past, or if you happen to have a barrel float past. Barrels, of course, are the only way to get specialty items like potatoes or seeds for other plants and such. And also, thank goodness our hook floats, because you can just kind of huck it in a direction and then just wait for stuff to float on by and get hooked by it. Another bonus is, depending on what you try to hook, you can actually use that thing's hitbox to hook other things. Like if I get a giant plank of wood, I can use that to hook like a plant next to it, along with like scrap and whatever else. And that is basically the name of the game. Now we're just kind of farting around, expanding our base and trying not to starve to death. And starving to death, oddly, in the ocean is probably the easiest thing to avoid. Oh shit, don't bite my fucking boat, you asshole. I keep telling you, Chompy, I'll throw you fish pieces if you just stop doing that shit. I know I got, like, these logs that taste like grape ape. And, like, after watching the show, you've always wanted to taste what grape ape tastes like and to see if he's actually grape flavored. Or if he's just shitty gorilla flavored. But not today, butthole, alright? We've talked about this. So let's get some water. And I really quickly here need to craft this purifying station. So let's do that, because I'm starting to cough from lack of water. Let's set this to purifying, and then I also should probably keep an eye out for, like, sources of food moving forward. Because I'm really gonna start needing some food very, very quickly. The other thing is, with such a limited FOV, you almost really need to have your sound on in this game in order to hear when old Chompy, McGillicuddy over here, starts eating the side of your damn boat. Because he does that shit all the day. All the fucking time. Don't you do it, Chompy. We've talked about this, you butthole. Get out of here. I know you think my cankles or my ankle wankles are just the most delicious thing, but no. Bad. Bad, Chompy. The fuck out of here with your sauce. So yeah, I guess the one downside that I've seen from a lot of people when they review this game, because, you know, it's in such an early state, this is basically just early access but free, is that you can eventually go to the edge of the map with your base and then take over the whole of the universe, and then all you're doing is staring off the edge of this little square. I don't think we'll run into that problem quite as quick as other people, but it is a thing that can happen. And then the other thing that I find annoying about this game is it's really easy for your inventory to become exceedingly cluttered. So I'm going to try and keep that all managed. And it's also getting close to nighttime, so I want to get a little bit more metal, because once it's nighttime, you can't see shit. And while you can hear Chompy biting stuff, it's a lot easier to see and stab him in the face if you can actually see his face, you know? You feel me? For Rizzle my grizzles? Now, you'd think if a barrel washed up in front of your vessel, you could just swipe it up with, it would just get hung up on your raft, but no such luck on that, Mark. We'll grab this. Never have too much wood in this game. Giggity. I'll take that. And, any more metal? I don't really see any metal, so once we get to nighttime, I'll probably focus mostly on the crafting side of things. Let's put all these things just in our inventory and not in our hotbar. Yeah, since you can't see jack shit at night, it's better to just focus on crafting stuff. Keep yourself busy, and not exploding or dying or anything. So let's see. Let's make a tin can majigger. A tin can lamp, which will keep us nice and lit over the night. Lit as fuck, as the young people say. And is there any other metal around? Any other metal at all? Is that metal? That could be metal. Looks like a frond, though. Some thatch. Get all that delicious Margaret Thatcher all up in my business. Alright, that will probably do for right now. Let's drink some water, fill this back up, cook it up. What do we need for a campfire to cook food? We need rope and some metal. So I got plenty of metal. Let's make some rope out of all this thatch. I don't know that there's anything else that thatch is necessary for besides rope. We could make a chair. God knows when I'm dying on a desert island, the first thing I want to have on hand is a chair. Let's make a cook fire. And then we can start fishing, possibly. Oh wait, I need one more metal? Are you serious right now, game? Are you for reals right now? Alright, fine. I'm gonna start starving to death soon, so I don't really have much of a choice. Come back here, Thatch. You're mine now. Get over here. Being a spicy tease out in the middle of the damn ocean. See, what else can I craft? I can make a hammer with some wood and metal. But I'd rather wait, because I don't really need more island yet, before I start expanding my little raft. And I gotta say, of all the weird games that I've played in the indie-verse, this one is probably the closest to the experience of playing that abandoned island map in Minecraft, where you have a very tiny island, and the challenge back when— oh, get the fuck out of here, Chompy, you asshole. God damn it, did you just bite off— wow, that thing had, like, no health left. You son of a bitch. Alright, well, that's the metal I need, so let's get you. God damn. What an asshole. What an absolute dick. You also gotta be really careful that you are actually on hand to stab the butthole shark when he does stuff like that. Now I'm only on a 3x3, and that's no fun. But I really, really, really need something to get food, or else I would start expanding this immediately. Fill you up, cook some more water. No, come back. I need you. I need you in my life, metal. At least I've gotten better at grabbing stuff, because before, I would miss, like, half of the stuff I went after. So we'll grab up you. At least our FPS is almost a nice solid 20. When I first turned on OBS, it went from, like, 120 and just tanked into the toilet to, like, 5. I wonder why. Like, it must be something about how OBS captures stuff that just disagrees with certain items. So let's see. Cook stove. I'll make one of you. We'll just put you right next to this. And then I'll need to catch a fish in order to cook something. Let's do that. Let's catch a fish, like, right now. So, fishing is pretty simplistic in this game. Once that bobber goes on an adventure below the water, we have fish that we can cook. Goes pretty quick. Pretty quick indeed. And then, I still need one more metal to craft that hook. Or not that hook, that hammer. That looks like metal. Come to Papa. Is it metal? Yes! And some thatch. Why not? Margaret Thatcher would be proud. Alright, much better. Let's not waste all of our materials just yet. Yes, I know I'm hungry, game. Settle down. You don't need to sass me. You're not my real dad. Alright, I'll take some of that. Ah, shit. Come back! I just want to be friends with you, building material. So that Chompy doesn't kill and eat me. There we go. Delicious. Delicious, nutritious, and somewhat flavorful. So yeah, we pretty much, like, the only threats that we have is paying attention to Chompy, wherever the fuck he went, and then not starving to death or dehydrating. And you might have noticed if you watched my bars that eating fish gives you a little bit of moisture back, which is nice. So that's basically the only threats in this game. I suspect that the developers later on will add some more dangerous shit that'll try to molest you. Like seagulls pecking your eyes out, or like whales knocking over part of your base. And also, I'd imagine they'll give you the option to kill some of the creatures that torment you. But for right now, you're pretty much good to go. Actually, what other creatures could you put into a game like this? I guess you could put in, like, some mythical creatures that would have tormented old-school sailors back in the day, kind of like what Subnautica does, in their very alien way. And I will be having some Subnautica episodes coming back. I'm going to be recording some more of that later this evening, now that I've got a better green screen setup going. It's oddly challenging depending on the size of your office to set up a green screen in the modern day. Who would have thunk it? Okay, so let's get some more water. Start putting away some of these materials. I got lots of thatch, so I should probably convert some of that into rope. And then I need more metal, so let's get this metal scrap coming up here. Delicious. And then I'm gonna start fishing some more, because I'm about to start going hungry. And you don't really need to fling your reel out very far to get a fish. It's actually pretty quick. Like, almost immediately, you start getting nibbles on the end of your rod and your reel. I love it when the fish nibble the tip. Just the tip, though. And then you can quickly farm up a couple fish, so you're good to go for a good while. I'll get another one, and then I'm gonna try and capture that barrel. And pretty soon, we're gonna have to start building, like, ramps on to, like, make a higher levels for this base. Because we are very quickly running out of space. We're gonna make, like, an island palace for your pal Larry here. That's pretty much a given at this point. Gotta be careful I don't fall in, though. I haven't actually fallen in yet, but I presume that that's, like, the only risk that you run in this game, is falling in and getting eaten. Okay, let's cook. Are you coming over to bite to shit, you asshole? Let's cook this. Yep, he's gonna bite shit. No, fuck you. There we go. Beautiful. I've got some fresh water. I should drink that. Get some more and cook it. Oh, I want that metal. Come back here, you. There we go. Wonderful. Now, the other thing I can do, if I really wanted to, is I could make it so that I could auto, like, fish shit up from the ocean with some nets, which I might do pretty soon, because I have lots and lots and lots of thatch. Shit, I can't catch that damn piece of metal to save my life. And considering I need this shit to survive, quite literally would save my life. Alright, eat that. Drink that. Put some more on to cook. There we go. Everything's shaping up pretty quick here. I like it if I do say so myself. Yeah, like, I feel like this game has got potential. It's just, they need to flesh out some stuff for you to do. Because basically right now, it's like, once you've got something to stab the fish with, and once you've got the ability to make some food and to get some clean water, there's essentially nothing more for you to do. Like, are you eventually going to try and get something to signal passing ships to escape? Are you out here for some sort of bizarre reason? Like, get the fuck out of here, bitey big bite face. You asshole. But yeah, once you've established that stuff, like, there's just nothing for you to do but dick around and craft, which I'm not opposed to by any means. I just wish there was something more, and I guess that's probably the question that the developers are trying to answer right now. Like, is there gonna be some sort of weird sailor-related Illuminati conspiracy? Am I really the chosen one to lead the sea squirrels to their eventual destiny? Like, these are all important questions that I think need answering. So let's see, I got lots of that shit. It's time to start building, it looks like. Let's have some more water. Fill this up. Pretty much never a bad idea to always have something cooking whenever possible. And then what should I make next? I guess I could start making some furniture. But I think we want to expand into having some automated fishing up material devices on hand. Let's see, I really want this barrel. That barrel needs to be mine. There we go. Beautiful. I'll get this metal. Nice. And I'm looking for, like, things like potatoes that would allow me to grow my own food moving forward. So let's see, what else can we craft? Let's turn all of this thatch into rope, because there's basically no reason to hold on to just raw thatch to any great degree. And then let's build some nets. What do we got? Here we go. And basically what this net is going to do is any debris that washes underneath my boat will be automatically captured by it. And then I can just kind of ignore it, and then whenever it's full, I can just go gather up all those materials. The downside is, like, the bigger your base gets, the more important it becomes to keep an eye on Chompy over here, who is going to start biting the fuck out of everything. But, you know, that's just the risk-reward when you're building a floating utopia. I feel like the people in BioShock Infinite had a similar issue in their little floating utopia of Columbia. But hey, the first step is just getting a city to float, and then after that, it's all pretty much just gravy. Just build a gun, shoot the stupid shark, and you're good. You're golden. Whoosh off into the sunset. I cannot get that barrel. That is very disappointing. Okay, then. Well, fine, barrel. I didn't want to be your friend anyway, you asshole. Gotta be all mean to Larry. Deny me sweet, delicious sustenance. So I can't get that barrel. What else can I build? I can build, like, a planter. A crop plot. I can build a tree thing that grows trees as well. Should probably just build more of these nets. These nets are gonna be super important moving forward. Let's eat and drink. And then I'm gonna need to get some more food going with some fish. Hey, at least I'm full on water now, that's great. That's been collected. You know, I could just expand this boat, too. Wait, build wall. I don't want to build a wall. Why would I build a wall? Oh, I can select different things to build. I see, I can build like a ramp, or floor, or foundation. Let's just build more foundation for the moment. Yeah, then I'll have a spot to put an additional net. God damn it, are you biting shit again, you piece of shit? The fuck? God damn it, that was my cook fire, you piece of crap. Douchebag. Alright, well. Maybe if I put stuff on these foundations, the asshole will have longer that he has to bite them with. What a dick. Alright, what do we got here? We got some wood, some thatch. Yeah, alright. Got some other materials coming our way. Well, now I have to rebuild my cook fire, you dick. Who even does that? What a mean asshole. Well, to reduce the likelihood that we lose lots of material all at once, I'm gonna put that over here. And then I'm going to try and catch some more fish. So on that note, I'm going to end off this episode, everybody. We're going to play a little bit of Raft, probably not a turbo load because there's not much to do. But so far, like, again, I think this game has a nice foundation, so I'm going to see where it goes. I'm definitely curious to see if they do stuff with this. If they added a little bit more stuff, I think they could even put this puppy dog out on early access or something. So that's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.